Hey, good morning. Good morning, team. So today's conversation is going to be really fun. I wanted to chat with you all about how we can just lead ourselves. Oh, let me just mute you, Julia. How we can lead ourselves in this business, in our conversations, in our connections in a way that is service-led and impactful and transformational versus transactional. This is something that I have learned a lot about being in this business. So I'm really excited to share it with you because it's definitely changing the way that I interact with people, that I serve people. And I feel really good about it. So I want to pass that on to y'all. So, first things first, transformational service. Yes. Yes. First things first. When it comes to our conversations, when it comes to our content, when it comes to everything that we're putting out and sharing about these products, about this business, about this opportunity, I want you guys to think about how we can make this less about us and more about them. Less about us and more about the people that we are here to help and serve. Okay. So, what I mean by this is like this whole thing that we're sharing is not about us. It's not really about the product. It's not really about the opportunity. It's even more. Oh, give me a second. There we go. It's even more about what our people want and what our people need. So it's not really about the product. It's not really about the business. It's about what our people want and need and how we can provide that for them through this opportunity, through these products. So we can paint that picture for them by showing them what is possible, right? But we've got to know where they're at. We've got to know what they desire. We've got to know what they need. We've got to know what concerns they're facing, what problems they're facing, so that we can actually provide a solution that is going to serve them and so that we can show them what else is possible for them. Because majority of people out there aren't even aware that they need a fix, that they need something better, that there is higher quality in whatever area of life that we can provide it for them through this. So we've got to paint that picture for them of what is possible, right? We've got to paint that picture of their desired outcomes so that they can see that there's something that they want to move toward that is worth it for them to move toward. If they don't see the value in it and if they're not feeling like it's worth it for them, they're never going to say yes to the products or the opportunity. So painting that picture of how they're going to get from point A to point B, we've got to know where they're at first of all, right? When we just tell people like, oh, we have these amazing products, they're the best in the world, or we have this amazing business opportunity, this amazing income opportunity, this amazing opportunity to impact lives, we're just telling them what we have. And that is transactional, right? We're like, here's what we have, come and get it, right? So how can we shift that to make it much more transformational? We got to know where they're at, right? It's kind of like the same idea when Angela shared with us about knowing what season of life we're in. We have to be able to know our capacity, what season of life we're in, but we also have to help the people that we're trying to serve figure that out for themselves. So I want to talk about leading with the needs and concerns and desires of your potentials. You got to be able to go into those conversations and find out what people want and need in their lives, right? So how do you do that? Well, you just got to ask questions. You just got to get to know them. Ask about their life. Ask about their career. Ask about their income. Ask about their health. Ask about their well-being. Ask about their hair. Ask about their skin. You know, figure out what it is that they need and what do they desire. What is their dream? What is the outcome that they would like to work toward, right? Ask. Yeah, just like literally just ask. I think a lot of us get caught up and we're like, we don't know what to say in these conversations. You're literally just getting to know people. And once you know somebody, then you can start to offer them something that could potentially help and serve them. But if we don't know people and we're just like, here, we have this thing, they're like, what does this have to do with me? Right? How is this going to help me? How is this going to serve me? I don't get it. So we have to paint that picture and fill that gap. I think that's where a lot of us get caught up or miss the point. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, we're going to have some barking dogs in the back, but it is all good. So yeah, leading with the needs and concerns and desires of your potentials. So once you have an idea of what your people want, what they need, what they're working toward, then you can utilize that in the conversations that you're having. So you can tie everything that you invite them to do next. You can tie every recommendation that you make. You can tie every little piece of value that you share with them back to a specific need or goal or desire that that person has. That's how you're going to show them that this is actually valuable for them, by tying it to something that is personal to them, by making it personal to them. Like, just personalize the conversation a bit, right? This is why copy and paste, like scripts and things like that, don't freaking work. It's not personal. It's not genuine. It's not authentic, right? So when we're doing these reach outs and stuff, we can give you an idea of like something that you can say. You've got to make it to you, unique to you, number one, speaking and saying things in a way that is unique to you. But even more so, you've got to be able to personalize what you're saying to the person that you're talking to, so that it's actually relevant to them, right? So yeah, you can tie every single one of your recommendations that you give to somebody back to one of their goals. So when you give your product recommendations and stuff, be really, really clear what exact piece of the puzzle that is going to solve for them, right? If you recommend a hair mask, why are you recommending that hair mask? What goal is that going to help them get to? If you recommend IR Clinical, why are you recommending IR Clinical? Tell them exactly how that's going to help them and serve them, right? You can do this with recommendations. You also got to do this with invitations. So when you do call to actions, right? When you ask somebody to take the next step with you, to come in as a VIP or to check out the opportunity as a market partner, you've got to be able to tie those questions that you ask for people to come and take that next step with you back to why it's going to be important to them. Why is taking that step the next thing that they've got to do if they really want to reach their goals? Why is taking that next step with you the best possible option for them to get to where they desire to be in life? You can take this far beyond just hair and skin transformations, y'all. The hair and skin transformation is tied to every single other transformation that those people are going to walk through, right? And if somebody can improve their quality of life in one area, we know that ripples out into every other area. Paint that picture for them. Paint that picture for them. Show them how changing their hair products is going to affect their entire life for the better. Okay, we've got to help paint that picture for them. Does anybody have any questions about that? I want to share like an example of a shift in verbiage to go from being transactional to transformational, just to give you an idea. I have one in the boards app that I put in there as an example. Let me open it here. Okay. Yeah, so here's an example of like going from transactional to really being intentionally transformational. Let's say you're reaching out to somebody, okay? Oh, just wait. Oh, sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. I can't see what I was trying to see there. Okay, so instead of saying like, hey, have you thought about joining me in this business? Hey, have you ever heard of Monat? Hey, have you ever thought of changing out your hair products? Right? What if you said something so much more personalized to that person? What if you made it so much more unique and personalized to them? What if you said, hey, so-and-so, I've been seeing your content a lot, and I love how, maybe you spend so much time with your kids and value so much time with your family, right? I don't know if you've ever thought about building an additional income stream, but if you're interested in creating more time freedom to spend with the people you love, I have an opportunity I'd love to share with you. So you make it personal to the person, right? Tie what you're saying back to their life, back to something that you could see them wanting, right? It's just like, we've just gotta make it so much more personal than we have been. Mhm. Okay, good. Everyone's muting. Yeah, okay, so here's like this is one I sent to a girl that I recently connected with. Hey, Evelyn, I've been seeing your content and I love, again, how much time you spend present and active with your kids. I don't know if you've thought about building additional income streams, but if you're interested in creating more time freedom to enjoy with your loved ones, I'd love to link arms and show you how to build a lifestyle that allows you to do more of that. It's so personal. It's so much more personal than, have you heard of Monat? Do you want to try non-toxic hair products? Right? So how can you do that for every person? Find the things that they value. Find the things that look important to them. And realize those pieces of the puzzle in the conversations that you're having with these people. Does that make sense, everybody? I don't think I need to give another example there. I'm going to be sharing, we're going to be doing like a challenge toward the end of the month here for the last couple of weeks. And every single day, I'm going to be providing a prompt for either reach outs or follow-ups or content creation, so that we can be doing things in a really personalized, transformational way moving forward. So we're going to get like 2 weeks of daily practice of making our conversations so much more transformational and personalized to our potentials over the next 2 weeks. Okay. Let me see what else I have here for y'all. Yeah, so the tasks that we're going to have in the challenge, they're going to be direct income producing activities that will actually convert into results, deeper confidence in ourselves as we're doing this work, and like just to make the process of doing these reach outs and transforming people's lives more fun. Because I know for me, like after my first month, after my second month, I was kind of in a routine of like, this is what I do. This is how I do my reach outs. These are the things I say. Like, this is how I go about it. This is the strategy that I currently have, right? But I felt it kind of getting stale or like not really working as well anymore. So this is where we have to be creative and be innovative and be resourceful and find new ways that we can be connecting even deeper with people, find new ways that we can be even more transformational, find more ways that we can personalize this experience and these connections, even just a little bit more, even just a little bit more. So I found a bunch of fresh new ideas and strategies to utilize for different ways to enter these service-led conversations, to lead these service-led conversations, and to take our people through that transformation. So I'm going to be sharing that so that we have daily actions to be going about for the last 2 weeks of this month. And y'all can take all of those resources and fly with them moving forward. We can continue adding more to it. We can have this as something that we can build upon as a team. So if you find that you have a strategy or something, a way of approaching, a way of wording something that really works for you, feel free to bring that to the team. Like we're all here to learn and grow together. And yeah, we can provide feedback and help each other make things even more powerful, but we've got to be bringing those things forward to work as a team, right? So make sure we're staying active in the chats and really doing the most that we can to move this forward for ourselves, but also for everybody else, because we're in this together. We rise together. I think, yeah, the last thing I want to say is like, I think a lot of people in this process, they end up getting bored with entering those conversations and stuff the same way over and over again. And if it's not transformational, if the conversations you're having aren't transformational, then you're not seeing results, right? You're not actually helping people. The sales aren't being made. The people aren't saying yes. So that's where we've got to develop our own unique ways of going in and talking with and serving these people and getting them what they need. That's going to be so personalized to you as individuals and every single person that you reach. So it's a skill. We've got to be practicing this daily if we want to develop this skill and get better at it. We've got to be practicing this daily. Okay. Again, these challenges are going to be super simple, like 5 minutes or less. You can duplicate them. You can do them for 15 minutes. You can do it for an hour if you want. It's just whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. But that's the biggest thing I wanted to share with y'all today, is just paying attention to how you are saying things and making little shifts in your verbiage and your approach to those conversations so that you're doing it in a service-led way, leading with their desires, leading with their needs, and making sure that you're tying every single thing that you ask them to do or invite them to do or share with them back to the results they desire. Even if you share like testimonials, tell them exactly how that is related to their situation. Why are you sharing that testimonial with them? Oh, well, because this is pretty much the exact transformation that they have the opportunity to go through. You can use those things to paint the picture of where they could be headed when they do say yes. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? That's all I have for y'all. I wanted to keep it super short and sweet. And if anybody has anything that you want to add, we would love to hear from you. Any questions about being transformational versus transactional, leading with their desires, painting the picture of possibility for them?
So Miranda, the only thing I want to say, the only thing I would add to this is oftentimes when we think we're being transformational with someone, we get really wordy. And I have just found that the more simple we can be, the more clear we can be. I just went over this with Alyssa. I see Alyssa's on. Hey, Alyssa, I challenged her to work on market partners. And she's like, is it okay if I send this message? And I was like, no, that's too much. That's too much information in one block. So to be transformational, we don't have to say a lot. We want to serve. And in that service is listening to the person. So yes, talk less, listen more. And instead of throwing everything at them, like Jay said, if y'all want to watch the New Zealand and Australia call, Jay helped like so much this morning, just saying, even with her clients in her chair at her hair salon, she doesn't have to say, oh, this product does this and 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 this, because they turn off. She's like, this is my shampoo that I'm using for growth. Like, this is my secret weapon. So you don't have to overload people with information. I told Alyssa this. You are an expert. People trust you when they come to you with their hair. You don't have to go above and beyond to try to sell them the business. You're offering them an incredible opportunity to make money, to use the best products. So just keep it simple. And I've told you all this on your lives as well. Emily's not on here, but I told her 5 to 10 minutes live every day. Doesn't have to be a half hour, doesn't have to be super complex. And I see Michelle is on. I've talked to Michelle about recycling the same content. The way we shampoo our hair doesn't change. The way you emulsify does not change. The way you apply your products after your shower does not change. The order of your skincare does not change. Do not try to do something new and fresh. People love repetition because then they trust you and they believe you and they see that you're doing the same thing and it's working. So you don't have to try to come up with some amazing topic for your live. Pick one topic that you've probably already talked about before and act like you've never talked about it before, because there is going to be someone watching who hasn't ever heard you talk about it before. So keep it simple, keep repeating the same things. Repetition sells. People have to hear the same thing over and over again. And again, yeah, lead from transformation. Okay. Yeah, Miranda, go ahead. And then I'm going to hop off because I've been awake since 3 a.m. thanks to Jay calling me. Just kidding, Jay.
I love it. I love it. I totally agree. So another thing you can do is really ensure that you're making your content, creating your content and making your shares based around the concerns that your potentials are facing. So when you have a group of people that you're talking to and they're in your list and you've been following up with them or reaching out to them daily, start targeting those concerns and stuff through your content. Make it really simple, right? Somebody has bleached ends that are cracking off and falling off. Address that in your content, right? Do a really quick video on it. Oh, you guys are funny. Okay, yes. So share about the concerns you know people have, solve problems, make it about them, less about us. I love y'all. we're going to have lots of fun stuff coming up with this challenge I'm going to share. So I'll see y'all in the chat. Have the best day ever. Talk to y'all soon.